Hello, it's Mark again from Grimsby Games. We're doing an unboxing of Earth Reborn, which is a sci-fi game. It's a skirmish game. One side plays the good guys, the humans, who are okay after the apocalypse, and the other side plays the mutants who aren't. They don't look too well. Green things coming out their head. So, we'll get cracking. So the idea is, I've not opened this before, so it's a proper unboxing. So what comes out is what you'll see when you buy it, hopefully. And the first thing you can see is there's so much stuff in it, you can't even close the box properly. So if you have a look at that, there's about an inch there of pure goodness floating on top. So this is the bit where I struggle. Can't edit this bit out, probably. 2 seconds. The box opening knife. If I cut myself, you can send it in to you've been framed. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's have a butcher's. It's still there. It's still got that box fresh smell. So, on top, rules, and there's lots of them. However, it's put together quite cleverly, so it looks like there's loads of symbols and instructions and things. It looks quite complicated, but it does a very good job of teaching you the game in sections. So the first game you play, it might only tell you how to move and stab people. The next one you do, it tells you to shoot. So it introduces it slowly, which is good. So rules, backgrounds and scenarios. So the missions, I imagine. Big guys with big guns. So yeah, that's, there you go. So those are all the scenarios that you would lay out and play through. There's tons, it's crammed. It's crammed. Right, so that's that. So the good bits, the boards. So yeah, so the top bit was just all this board essentially, all these tiles. Most of the things in the game are destructible. So most things have like a little marker on to tell you what the how many hit points it has and how hard it is to destroy. So it's quite an interactive game. There's quite a lot you can do. So those are the rooms. There's 1, 2, 3. Oh, check this out. Little screens. So you can put little counters behind. And then on the back of the screen it tells you what the little symbols are. It's amazing. So that's cool. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the mothers. Look at that. It's crammed. And then there's this bit. So we have the miniatures, which is always a good bit. So let's crack these open. So another good bit about this game. Usually, once you've got it all out, you've got all the bits and you've popped them all out, getting them back in the box or store is a pain. But they've taken extra geeky time, and what they've done is they've created that specifically so that every single token has a place for it to go. Look, there's even bags there. They've given you bags to use for when you pop it all out. And the miniatures, just want to crack open these miniatures. There's even a little plastic insert, look, that all the miniatures go in, which then goes in the box so they're not floating around everywhere. For extra geek points, you can go to the website and download the file that the game producers sent to the company that makes this, that tells you specifically where each and every counter is supposed to go. So I'm going to be doing that later on. So yeah, and cards. So I don't know if you kind of can't zoom in, we'll try and edit this with stills later on, but everything on the card uses symbols and numbers. So the idea being is, the guy that designed it was a French guy, and one of the things he wanted to do was try and make it not language based, so you don't have to know the language to play it, so it's all based on symbols. It's very, very easy to play. And again, it looks like there's loads and loads of things on there, but to begin with, you only need to know one or two things. And there's lots of other clever ideas and theories behind it. So the miniatures, the little bases, they all have colours on. And say, for example, hand-to-hand combat, you look at the little blue bit of the miniature, and they're all coded differently. So you look at what shade blue it is, then you look at the card, and that corresponds to how many dice you roll. So again, it's just all intuitive, very clever. So, I think that's about it. Oh, dice. Dice. Dice, dice, dice. Show this bit. So, dice to hit people. They've got all the little hit symbols on, which is quite cool. And I think, again, I've not read this bit yet, so bear with me, but these are the searching dice. So when you search, you roll a number of these dice. One clever mechanic that they put in, I'll open the card if I can get into it, is that when you search, you pick up a card. And when you pick up a card, to make it a bit more interesting, a bit more tactical, if I can find it, they're double-sided. So when you search, you can pull a card, and then if you roll the relevant dice, you can choose to flip the card and get something else instead. So it's all very clever, it's all very good. So we'll be playing it, and then we'll probably let you know what it's like. Hopefully it's awesome. So there you go. See you next time.